It's Week 14 of the NFL. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. He's been a target machine each week, 5th in the league in receptions. It's the Bengals and the Browns, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former second overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 21 carries, 95 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Mariota. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. DJ Reader in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now Mariota. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DJ Reader. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents out of the ground.
That will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Well, he's certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 22.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. From the 16, Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way.
Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him, throw that challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So for Kevin Stefanski, a smart decision to throw the flag. To the air again, Burrow. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Mariota. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. To throw is Mariota. And that is incomplete. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. The current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild-card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. These 2 teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Personal foul, unnecessary defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mariota. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Mariota to throw it. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Mariota. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Mariota. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. York able to send this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They go play action with Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Second and 5 now. Burrow, throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Now Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And they go play action now. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Mixon with a first down carry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Got a man open, it's Chase. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Mixon again. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight, we got a good one in the AFC West. Get the Parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those Parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. From the 36, Mariota, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mariota. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Burrow on play action. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 40. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now Cade York for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. From the 22, Mariota. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Browns. Odell Beckham. 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're passing here. Joe Burrow voids the target, and he has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete right side to Asiasi. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Play action. It's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Once again, they run with Mixon. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. 2nd and 5 now. Burrow over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. Now Burrow on 1st down. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Mixon. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Someone's been having a good game so far. Something has been popping. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. They find some open field here. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 27-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Here's the option going left on second down. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Nice pickup. 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Throwing is Mariota. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marcus Mariota taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. York now for the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. That's caught one more time by Boyd. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd down and 3. And Burrow going to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Burrow on 3rd down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Quick slant complete to OBJ. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Mariota, another completion here to Hunt. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To the air again, Mariota. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Holding, offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Some touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin with the black and blue matchup. Bring your lunch pail for this one. Pittsburgh playing host to Baltimore. And it's the Steelers who are out in front. A.J. Green, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Ryan Tannehill throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And at the half, they trail the visiting Jets in that ball game. Elijah Moore, a touchdown catch in that first half. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. To throw again on second down. Burrow, he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Mixing up the middle. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And I think really good defenders can snip out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
And he'll just get rid of it. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They run again on first down. Chubb score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Mariota. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get that to Amir Smith-Marset. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have you ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Good drive last time, really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now it's Mixon running right. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 2nd and goal. Burrow. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Burrow will throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So give them 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Mariota now. And his throw here is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Mariota. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Holding, offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Mariota to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Mariota on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. It's caught by OBJ. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. A 1st down throw for Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done?
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Take it at the 37. They juked him. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Cleveland.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. He'll let this go for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Mariota. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting the field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Mariota. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the red zone now, Mariota. A quick throw, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Mariota. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. York able to send this one through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
First down, here's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Perrion Winfrey in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. First and 10.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On second down, right back to Hunt. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. On third down, Mariota. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mariota now from the 50. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
The last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Mariota. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw Mariota. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant from 3 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
The York on now for the extra point.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He was brought down by Anthony Walker.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, and his throw's going to be incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
From midfield now, Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 41. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And his pass, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On third down, Mixon. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mixon will try the right side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Mixon up the middle. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to take the lead here in the final minute. McPherson's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, some time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down by a field goal, 37 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Pass complete to Bell. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Mariota. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Here's Mariota. This for all the marbles. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns set to take over. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know, from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now Mariota. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Fielded just inside the 20. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now time to see what Burrow can do here at OT. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. And he completes it to Hunt. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Mariota. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Hunt. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go up the middle with Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They run it again with Chubb, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it's pandemonium in the dog pound as the Browns are going to win the football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Browns, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.